Hello, good morning and welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to be doing a full day of eating, a what I eat in a day, but Christmas edition. We're only going to be eating Christmas foods because we're in the month of December and that's just what we got to do for content, you know? I've got these very Christmassy earrings. You're not ready for it. I found them in Primark yesterday and I was like, that is a bit of me for this festive video. They're Christmas pudding earrings. So sparkly, so shiny, so cute. I love them. I've also got a red little scrunchie in. I've got my little red pajamas in that I went into sleep on last night. And yeah, we're gonna get cracking with this video. We're gonna jump into breakfast right now and I feel like we're gonna have a giant vegan protein mince pie because you just cannot have Christmas without a mince pie, but I'm gonna make it giant. I'm also gonna make it vegan and I'm also gonna make it protein edition because we've got to make those gains. So yeah, let's get into the kitchen and make our mince pie and see how I felt about it. Breakfast is completed. We have a finished skillet here because I absolutely loved that dish. It was so delicious. I do recommend you guys trying it. And I actually have a full video on vegan Christmas themed breakfast coming soon on my channel, which I'm quite excited for because I've gotten very creative. So if you thought this was creative, do watch that video because it's going to be a lot of fun. And then I also had my little coffee for the morning in my Christmas pudding mug. How cute is that? And it matches my earrings. Love it. So I'm really excited for the rest of this video to commence, and I'm probably going to catch you now at my pre-workout snack because I'm going to get on with some editing, do some work, and then munch again on some Christmas food. So catch you then. Hello, so it is pre-workout snack time and I have dressed up in the perfect attire. I'm in this light green colour which actually looks like a Christmas tree because we're all camouflage and things. But for my pre-workout snack I thought I would make, and I thought I created it in my head really, a Christmas explosion on a brownie. So I'm going to be placing on there some gingerbread men, some dark chocolate fingers, some after eights, vegan after eights, a candy cane, anything that reminds me really of Christmas I'm just going to chuck on there. It's my classic go-to brownie recipe, but I will share it in this video as well again for you guys because it just doesn't get old and we're just going to Christmasify it up. So yeah, let's get to it. So for the Christmas explosion chocolate brownies, what you'll need first to start with is some almond milk. You'll then just want to combine the remaining of the liquid such as coconut oil, and then add some baking powder to that also, some sweetener, some chia seeds, some cacao powder, and then you'll need some vegan protein powder. I've got this vegan salted caramel soy isolate by My Protein, and ultimately the flavour of your protein powder will decipher as to whether your brownies will taste good or taste not nice, because a lot of you guys have tried my recipes but have used minging protein powders, so obviously the whole batter is going to taste not so great. So I really do recommend getting a good protein powder like this one. The salted caramel is so heavenly. So I'm going to pop that in there. And then I've also got some oat flour, which is different to what I'd usually use. I usually use like plain flour, self-raising. It doesn't really matter other than not using coconut or almond because they're just a complete different consistency. The reason I'm using oat flour today, which I just grounded up in a blender, is because I ran out of plain flour. So I'm just making do with the oats that I had in my house. So I'm gonna pop in that. And then we just wanna mix it all up. So oats tend to soak up a lot more liquid and make the batter thicker, so I do really recommend using just plain flour, but I am just making do today and it still is working. So if you do want to use oat flour instead of plain flour, you can do. Just bear in mind that it'll be thicker than just using plain flour. So now I'm going to place the ingredients of the batter into a little baking tray lined with baking paper. So once you have the batter in the pan, you just want to decorate it with all things Christmas. I'm going to go in with some After Eights, vegan After Eights by a company called Divine Chocolates. It's just this box of mint thins here, and they honestly taste like After Eights, and After Eights for me are a Christmas kind of vibe. I don't know about you guys, but we always have After Eights for Christmas, so these are the vegan alternatives. And I'm just going to plonk them in the center like so. Then I've also got some chocolate fingers to sprinkle on as well. I've then just got these cute little gingerbread men that I'll be placing on top too. And then to finish off with, I'm going to crush this candy cane and then sprinkle on top. Now to me, this screams Christmas, so I'm going to pop this in the oven now for around 25 to 30 minutes and see how the chocolate melts, the gingerbread's crispen, and how it all comes together. We'll chop it up and do a little taste test, of course. Gumdrops, did we just witness that heavenly goodness of a chocolate Christmas brownie? It actually does look very Christmassy, I thought, and I served it with some chocolate Alpro custard because typically around Christmas time you do have a lot of custard. I don't know about you guys, do you have a Christmas pudding with ice cream or do you have it with custard? Personally, I have both. But custard just reminds me of winter, Christmas time, so that's why I chucked that in there with the Christmas brownies. But I thought we'd do a little taste test. My mouth is just like full of saliva. I'm just so hungry right now, so this is going to be perfect little pre-workout snack for myself. That is so good. I love it. Absolutely love it. I would actually really like you guys to recreate that and just chuck on any little things that remind you of Christmas and tag me in your recreations because I would love to know. For me, After Eights, dark chocolate fingers, gingerbread men, candy canes all make me feel Christmassy, so that's what I did. But what makes you feel Christmassy and what would you put on a Christmas brownie? Do let me know. So I'm going to eat this all up for my little pre-workout snack and then I'll catch you guys at lunchtime. Right, so we are back home now, back from the gym. We hit up a upper body and core session and I'm ready to make lunch. And I'm thinking I'm going to make like a roast dinner because you just can't have Christmas without a roast dinner. And then for dinner tonight I've got something special and something different planned. Hopefully it goes well. But I'm one of these people, right, where I think about the next meal before I've even had the other one. And my boyfriend's always like, why do you do that? And I'm just like, because I love food. I just love food. And I'm always constantly thinking about what am I having next? Anyways, for lunch, I'm going to make myself a roast dinner. It's going to have all of the Christmas vegetables on there. Brussels sprouts, parsnips, carrots, roast potatoes, all the ones I really love. I don't know about you guys, but at Christmas time, I think the vegetables is the best thing about the meal. Like how it's seasoned, how it's just roasted and delicious. It's just the best part of the meal for me anyways. And I am also going to attempt to make a seitan turkey, a vegan turkey. I'm going to try and shape it like a turkey, see if it goes well. If not, at least I tried. And yeah, I'm going to put the camera to the side, put all the things in the oven, and whip it all up on the plate to share with you guys. Just like that, Christmas lunch is served. We've got the grilled Brussels sprouts here. We've got some parsnips and carrots which were glazed in a syrup and cinnamon. We've got the kale there, as well as the turkey, the seitan turkey. How did we think I did? I didn't think I did too bad. It didn't resemble a turkey a lot. Kind of did. Let me know your thoughts. I thought it was close enough. Then we've got these like vol-au-vents, I think they're called, vol-au-vents. But I found them in Aldi's, and they are Christmas tree shaped, just like this. Because I wasn't able to find a Yorkshire pudding recipe, nor was I able to find vegan Yorkshire puddings in stores. So I'm just making do with these, and I'm sure they're delicious. Then we've got these roast potatoes here, because that's what makes a Christmas dinner, we all know it. And of course the gravy there, as well as some cranberry sauce. I do love a bit of cranberry sauce on there as well. With the Yorkshire puddings, for Christmas Day, I have to actually try myself and create a vegan like Yorkshire pudding recipe, because that would be amazing. So watch this space. But for now, let's have a bit of everything on this fork and have a little taste test, shall we? So I'm going to get a bit of the seitan turkey on there, a bit of the vol-au-vents with the gravy. It's going to be quite hard for my fork to manage all of this actually, isn't it? Got a bit of the cranberry on there, a bit of kale, potato. Right, I've got a bit of everything here, and now I'm going to try and place it in my little tiny mouth. Let's see if I can manage. That is so good. This is actually my original seitan recipe, which is already on my channel. I just really wanted to make it a bit fun and make it like a turkey shape. Don't know if it tastes like a turkey, because I've been a vegan for almost 7 years now, so it's like a long time coming. But this lunch is amazing, my gosh. Right, I'm gonna have to enjoy this, and then I'll meet you at my little dessert. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. My tummy is full and blessed, full of food. I am so happy right now with that. But it is dessert time, because we always have a lunch dessert. I'm just that kind of gal. And especially on Christmas, it's very much so dessert central, well, food central. But for me in particular, these truffles remind me of Christmas because I get gifted these Booja Booja truffles every year for my Christmas present from my mum. She always buys me a big pack, so I thought it'd be a great idea to share it with you guys because these are insane. They're very luxurious truffles, not your average Galaxy bar from the supermarket. You would have to go to like places like Whole Foods store or maybe Selfridges or somewhere to get this, but they're absolutely delicious and fabulous and everything great. So it's got a little message on here: life itself is a miracle. Oh, I love that. How cute. I absolutely love that. But this, so the flavour of these truffles, because they have different flavours, are the salted caramel. In the past I've had the Prosecco ones, there's gin ones, there's so many flavours, but I love them all. These ones I haven't tried yet though, almond and salted caramel. That sounds delicious. So let's take a big nibble. The size of them really does not do them justice. If there was a Booja Booja chocolate bar, I'd be running for it because these are heavenly, honestly. I'm also gonna have this one whilst watching some YouTube. I got the one serve one, otherwise I will end up eating the whole packet like I do on Christmas, but it's an occasion and we love that. Then we've got this cinnamon Coca-Cola, which I don't really have Coca-Cola, but I saw this on Hannah Marling's. If you don't follow Hannah Marling, please do, because she is an angel. Absolutely love her videos. I'll leave it down in the description box down below. Anyways, I saw this in her video where she only ate Christmas foods for a day like I'm doing today, and she included this cinnamon Coca-Cola, and I just thought that is very festive, and we do love a bit of a cinnamon, and I don't usually have Coke, but like I say, I love a cinnamon. So we're gonna do a little taste test. I never tried this one before, so here it goes for first time. Whoa, talk about chug it down. That was very fizzy, and you can definitely taste the cinnamon. I think I really like that. That's really nice. If I saw this in the shop, I would get it again because I really like that. So nice. And the reason why I got a fizzy drink is because typically at Christmas we do bring out the fizzy drinks. We don't really have them in our households often, but Christmas time is when we bring out the fizzy pop. That turned out really great. I'm gonna finish my last little truffle whilst watching some Vlogmas. I'm currently watching Sophie Jane, but on my playlist I've got a bunch of others as well. And then I'll probably catch you guys for later at dinner. Okay, so it is now the evening time. I'm just about to go inside to make my dinner. It's around 7 p.m. and I'm feeling to make a equivalent to a beef Wellington, but I'll be substituting the beef, of course, because I'm vegan, for butternut squash. I've seen this many times before on other people's channels, on other people's Instagrams and things like that, but I thought I'd try and wing it and do one for myself. So I've gained inspiration from others, but I'm just honestly just gonna wing this and see how it goes. I'm feeling I'm gonna be making a layer of like of walnuts, mushrooms, garlic, onions, all of that combined together, and then placing the puff pastry on top, the vegan puff pastry, along with the butternut squash and things like that, and then I'll be serving it with like broccoli and green beans. So that is my plan of action. I'm gonna head into the kitchen now, see if we can chef it up, and then we'll talk about the outcome.
It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my little prison shop, when the bell on the door jingled once more, and then time stop. But somehow I knew, and maybe so did you, that everything would change from now on. Yes, from this Christmas on, this Christmas on, from this Christmas on, it's gonna be you and me decorating the tree.
And just like that, dinner is served. Now, I don't know about you guys, but honestly, I really do think that this turned out quite well. It does look really interesting and delicious. I've never tried butternut squash Wellington before, so we will see how this goes. I'll do a little taste test for us. I did like the little stars that I did. I thought that was quite nifty, very Christmassy and festive. So we'll take a little bite out of this. Let's just chop it in half. Obviously, the main event is this butternut squash Wellington rather than the green beans and broccoli. That's pretty standard Christmassy veg, but take a look at that. I am quite chuffed with that, actually. Let me know if you guys have tried a butternut squash Wellington before. I'd love to know, because not a lot of people know about it or have tried it. So this is my first time trying it. Let's have a go. That is really good. Honestly, really good. I love butternut squash as a veg on its own, but along with the mushrooms, the walnuts, the shallots, the garlic, the puff pastry, everything just clicks together. So delicious. That is going to be a delicious dinner to have tonight, and in fact it's probably a great idea for a Christmas dinner if you want it to make as part of the main meal. I would suggest you guys make that. That is really nice. And now for my little dinner dessert, I've just got here some jammy elves, which is literally just some jammy Dodgers. It's just in their Christmas collection, which is great because we love jammy Dodgers. So that's going to be my little dinner dessert, along with my advent calendar off black tea, and it's just in the Your Golden spicy orange and ginger flavour. I opened it this morning and I thought that's very Christmassy since it's coming out of a advent calendar and would do me quite well for this evening. So that is where I'm going to end this video, guys. I'm going to really enjoy my dinner now. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.